Speaker Judi Won Pat held a roundtable discussion today with former Republic of Marshall Islands Minister Tony DeBrum, who gave some insight into how the Marshall Islands went through self-determination.
The Republic of the Marshall Islands has been down the self-determination road before, and thus Speaker Judi Won Pat held a roundtable meeting to pick the mind of former RMI Foreign Minister Tony DeBrum.
When you exercised your self-determination, your country exercised your self-determination, was it universal suffrage or was the right reserved for Native inhabitants?
Universal suffrage. There really was not an animal, a Marshallese citizen animal in anybody's book. It was always the subject of some other government. Until 1951, no one in the Marshalls had a birth certificate. I don't have a birth certificate. So when the Trust Territory government declared eligibility for plebiscite voting and for constitutional voting in the 70s, simply said, if you are a Trust Territory citizen living in the Marshall Islands, you will be eligible to vote in the Marshall Islands plebiscite. Same thing in FSM, same thing in Palau and the Northern Marianas.
The Marshall Islands ultimately picked free association with the U.S. Like the FSM and Palau, the RMI has its own deal with the United States, one that essentially allows the U.S. to use its land, air, and water for military purposes in return for defense of their small island nation and an ability for their citizens to travel freely to the U.S.
In your experience, has the Marshalls or any of the freely associated states in Micronesia been treated as an equal partner?
Yes, we have one vote at the UN, and the United States seizes every year with a list of items that they would like for us to vote with them. In that sense, we are equals. We have negotiations in the Pacific Forum, in other UN organizations, the UNFCCC, for example. Once free association kicked in, and once we became members of the UN, our international relationship is on a government-to-government basis. We have an embassy in Washington with an ambassador.
However, DeBrum made it clear that it would be up to Guam to decide which form of government or political status is the best fit for the island. Moreover, DeBrum said if the Marshall Islands were to vote on their self-determination again, they would be divided between the younger generation, which prefers free association, and the older generation who believes independence would have been the best route.
The Commission on Self-Determination is set to meet again in July. Governor DeCavo has said he wants Guam to hold a self-determination vote or plebiscite that is open to all registered voters on Guam in this year's general election in November.